I'm surprised that not many people are talking about this. Today's video features 5 important property market news that you must know about. If you're busy and you want to keep tabs on the most important property news for November, keep watching. Starting off with interest rates, November saw the official cash rate increase to 4.35%. Now that's not news, we all knew that. But what most people don't know is that lenders are feeling the pinch and the effects of competition. You may be surprised to know that banks have not passed on all of the Reserve Bank's cash rate increases over the last 18 months or so. Between May 2022 and September 2023, the cash rate increased 4%. But in the same time period, as the Reserve Bank graph shows, new variable home loans only increased by 3.6%. and existing variable home loans only increased by 3.3%. The Reserve Bank said that this reflects the effects of competition between lenders on the variable home loan rates and the willingness of banks to negotiate discounts to retain existing customers. More competition means you have to do more shopping around so that you can get the best rate and loan product that works for you. So it's best to engage a broker that can help you do that. Speaking of interest rates, and moving on to the second must-know news for November. The RBA warned that rent is putting an upward pressure on inflation, which could force its hand to increase interest rates again. The Reserve Bank of Australia said that although rents are up 30% than pre-pandemic levels, there are 3 reasons why rents are likely to keep rising. Number 1, strong population growth. It's increasing demand, particularly in major cities. Number 2, average household size remains well below pre-pandemic levels, which is further increasing the demand. Number 3, the supply of new dwellings has also been constrained, which means that supply is failing to keep up with demand. The rental market remains tight, and the ongoing weakness in housing investment, which is like building houses, suggests that it's unlikely to ease in the near term, according to the RBA. If you want to know who is behind this rental crisis and you want to know where you should point your finger, check out this video. Moving on to news number 3. Home building approvals fell 20.6% year on year. Despite much talking about the need to increase, building, and we need to build more homes for our growing population and blah, 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 the pipeline of new housing is actually shrinking rather than increasing. Over the 5 years between 2013 and 2018, there was a total of just over 1.1 million dwelling approvals. Over the 5 years between 2018 and 2023, there was just under 950,000. We've got more people living in Australia today than 5-10 years ago, yet we are building less homes. Go figure. Which leads me nicely to news number 4. New home sales declined 5.8%. Australia is actually headed to its weakest year of new house commencements in over a decade, and that's according to the Housing Industry Association. New home sales in October were down 8.1% from September and 5.8% from the previous year. This is coinciding with Australia's deepening housing crisis, record population growth, acute rental shortage, and we need a bigger supply of pipeline, and that's not the case. News number 5 will sum up nicely what all of this means for you. The severe undersupply of properties, along with record migration numbers, are putting property owners in the driver's seat, and we're seeing this reflected in the average vendor discounting. If you don't know what this is, statistically speaking, a typical vendor ends up selling their property for a little less than what they listed for. This practice is known as vendor discounting. According to CoreLogic, across Australia, the median vendor discount was 3.6% in the October quarter. However, between May and October, vendor discounting dropped 0.5%. This reflects a strengthening in the market. As more buyers enter the market and more competition is in the marketplace, vendors become in the driver's seat and their discounting decreases. Does this mean that you can potentially miss out? The news that we covered today show that there are plenty of opportunities in the marketplace today, and you can take advantage of today's landscape to invest and create wealth for yourself through property. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.